I'm John Robert Smith. Thank you for allowing me to share thoughts from a lifetime of work at the intersection of community revitalization and transportation connectivity. Thus far, you have focused on the important criteria of broadband access and the creation of a strong sense of place. But equal to those two is the transportation connectivity within a community, throughout a region, and across this country. And the good news is that Congress and the administration has just provided a well-funded federal partner for you to work with. President Biden has signed the infrastructure bill into law, which provides $110 billion for roads and bridges, but also bike and pedestrian projects as well. $39 billion for transit, and more than $66 billion will be invested in passenger rail to expand it and improve it. This is literally a once-in-a-generation opportunity for you to fulfill the vision of a thriving town center that we remember and love, like my hometown of Meridian, Mississippi, with broad sidewalks, transit, and pedestrian access to a bustling economy. But this is not about nostalgia, it's about the future. And the economy in the United States is changing rapidly and remarkably. We're no longer an industrial economy, but becoming a knowledge economy. We're not chasing smokestacks, we're chasing talent. And that talent belongs to the bright young workforce of the future. And the good news for smaller cities is that bright young workforce, 40%, want to live in small towns and rural places, provided they find there the intersection of broadband access, a strong sense of place, and transportation that carries them to their daily needs of life. So let's look at what other cities, your competitors, are doing to draw those bright young workers for the future, to solidify their sense of place and a strong culture, and connect them to the daily needs of life by transportation. Oxford, Mississippi, a bleak downtown landscape, but in the middle of COVID, they created a robust, complete streets plan with wide sidewalks, bike access, and a loving landscape. They did so to preserve the businesses in the downtown through COVID, but created a most engaging space for Oxford citizens of all ages. And Normal, Illinois did not have a town center, but they created one at the intersection of their transit system, passenger rail, and a newly constructed city hall, all of which revolve around a circular park that has become the most heavily used public space in Normal, and the return on investment to Normal has seen property values triple in the downtown. But we also see it in Erwin, Tennessee. The investments they made in their town center, in their built environment, has changed the future of Erwin. Now they cannot build housing fast enough for the bright young engineers moving to Erwin to live. And I must reflect on my own hometown of Meridian, Mississippi, whether it's the creation of a regional conferencing center in a former hotel, or the restoration of a grand opera house that provides world-class entertainment to our citizens, or a venue to showcase the artistic genius of Mississippians, or a restored 15-story Art Deco hotel, which is now the linchpin of the downtown. But all of these dreams began with the construction of the South's first multimodal transportation center, which we began more than 30 years ago. You see, it may take decades for a vision to reach maturity, and you may not be there when it's complete, but it is your obligation to begin. God bless you, and have a lovely holiday.